episode number 15, I believe, thereabouts somewhere. Back on board with Ken Tizzard, my fitness journey at 55 years old. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not in the shed anymore. I'm actually in the house. The shed has gotten a little bit, well, snowed in, too cold to move out there. So as much as I have my shed set up to do the rings, which I do for safety when I'm working on some flippy stuff and some stuff that I'm new and unfamiliar with, I do have this little space inside the house here too with, I don't know, it's a good 5 by 8 space. There are a few dangers if you fall, you know, you've got pointy bits and stuff like that, so you've got to be careful. Again, you can follow along using your rings or whatever you have to stabilize you. A couple things that I wanted to go through to add to our exercise repertoire. A couple little quick ones actually. There's this thing that they call a switchblade, which is a nice little move. It's a quick and efficient little way to kind of turn your board around and do so in kind of a flashy way, if you're looking for a better word. Works really well on these twin kick freestyle boards because they're both very similar. And the beauty of the switchblade, it's just a really quick trip that does that. There's really not a lot to it. However, it did take me a fair bit of time to figure it out. That's like a 90-degree switchblade. You can do those up to 180. I was trying them at first moving, and I had a hard time after doing the switchblade actually stopping my momentum, and I was doing a whole lot of that every time. So I've been breaking it down into an exercise, which really involves a few simple things. Again, if you're using your rings or something to stabilize yourself, that's cool. If not, just be careful because this one can, there's not a lot really you can get dangerously wrong in this one. There's no spinning, there's no jumping, there's no landing. If you don't have a twin kick and you're working on a flat deck, which I don't have an example here right now, I'd switch moving it over to your tail. And basically you're going to want to get into this position here, which is where this front foot, for me, is straight. I kind of look at the pins there and see your toe just kind of rests in that little spot. So you're going to kind of balance yourself there. And then this foot is going to do this action. So that's the first part of the process to kind of practice. It's just that. Now you've got to be careful. That's a 90-degree spin, which on your ankle and your whole leg can be a lot. And you're eventually going to drop it a little bit so that the spin continues into a 180 like that. But the exercise for just starting it is just this, just kind of getting used to that. And the second part of the exercise, I recommend kind of standing, it's just kind of getting used to flicking that foot. So I'll show you kind of where I kind of position. The throwing foot, kind of the same place you'd put it for any of the throwing maneuvers, just kind of back, and just where the toe breaks there, right on the board. So you can kind of use your toes a little bit to kind of hold on to the board. Then you're going to kind of push back this way, and at the same time swing this foot, and then you want to kind of do a little hop while you do it, and then you get that sort of 90-degree thing going. Now once you get the 90-degree going, you can take it, start to do the twist more with your ankle. Like what's happening with the 90, not the 180. With the 90, what's happening is you're just kind of doing a hop and then coming back down on this foot, up and down, and the board is just going to move a little bit like that. So it's just kind of a hop. You're not actually doing a whole lot with the front foot. Front foot is just kind of staying there in the same place. Now as you get more into the 180, the front foot will start doing more and you'll start getting more of a twist. In fact, the board will fly away from you from time to time. I find the 180, I'm still not there yet. Getting there, getting up towards, you know, I can get the 90 consistently. But it's a cool little trick to have. A couple things that you need to know how to do in order to do it. Of course, the tail stall. Tail stall shuffle, where you go from one foot to the other. Again, you plant your foot straight up with the board. Your back foot is going to throw. And then it's just a little simple action like that. And there, jump over and back up. It's a lot of fun to throw into a little sort of routine when you're just moving around. You want to kind of get the board to a different place. Or if you're looking to get the board straightened out. If you happen to find yourself in a place where your front foot is on the back and you want to change that around. Now your front foot is on the front again. It's one of those little pieces of the puzzle that keep us moving throughout. It's called the Switchblade. Again, Tony Gale has really good freestyle trick tips on how to do these tricks, as well as the Waltz folks. They've got great stuff, really outline the trick. They'll show you how to get into it, how to get out of it, all that stuff. Basically, for the sake of the exercise, there's a few parts to it. Standing on the board, being comfortable, twisting your front foot so it's straight up, then a throw with the back foot and a land. And the same thing on the back. And you can do this however many times you want. It's just a simple little exercise. A simple little exercise stolen from Switchblade, another chapter out of the Freestyle Diaries. Oh, it's nice to be working inside and not be out in the freezing cold. Although it is a little hotter in here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little thing on the Switchblade. We will see you shortly. I'm going to check out these videos and see that I'm actually in frame. Talk to you later. Cheers.